Everyone. Today's exercise is going to be a Photoshop tutorial, and it's a tutorial that I found on the web. You'll notice the link is broken, but I have a document here that has the steps and the images and some of my tips on it that we'll use. But you're going to compile these 5 images together in Photoshop, and you're going to practice using the tools that we've been learning so far. So remember, the first thing you're going to need to do is to open these images in a new window, and then you need to download them to your F drive and make sure they're in your digital arts folder and you've made a new folder called Photoshop tutorial. Once you have all 5 images downloaded to your F drive, you're going to want the instructions up potentially, and we're going to jump into Photoshop, and then we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is, because this is a tutorial and the images are from the web, we're just going to use one of the pictures as the file that we're going to make everything on. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to the menu and go to File, Open, and we're going to start with the house.jpg. So this picture we're going to build upon because it's a 72 resolution image. But the first thing we need to do is actually unlock our layer so that we can manipulate it. So if you go down to your layers panel, you'll see background and you'll see a little lock on it. If you double click on it, it'll unlock it so that your layer is now editable so you can make changes. So first thing we need to do is get rid of the sky. We want to put our own sky in. So you're going to use a selection tool to do that. And the selection tool you're going to use is actually the magic wand tool. So the magic wand tool, when you select the sky, is going to take a range of the blues. You also want to make sure you're up on your options bar and you have not just the one selection, but the one that lets you add to selection. So you can select the whole sky. And I'm just continuing to click to get all of that blue. And we're going to add a layer mask. But before we add the layer mask, we want the house to be selected because that's what we want to keep. So you're going to click on Control-Shift-I or select inverse. So now the ground, the sky, and the ground, the building, and the mountain are selected. So when we go down to our layers panel and click on the Add Layer Mask, it's going to allow us to just see the sky. We'll just see the building, and the sky will now be checkered, okay, which means it's transparent. All right, our next step is we are going to put the sky in. So the sky, we're going to go up to File, Place Embedded, because we want the file in this document. And we're going to double click on clouds. Okay, you can stretch it, you can move it around, place it, make it just a little bit bigger. And double click. Okay, and I want it to be below my background because I want to see the sky. I want to see the building and the grass. So I'm going to drag and drop this cloud layer, and I'm going to put it underneath layer 0. I can use the move tool, move around my sky if I want it to be positioned different, and you can make sort of little changes if you need to. All right, the next step is we're going to go to File, Place Embedded, and this time we're going to grab the girl. So I'm going to double click to place the girl in. I'm going to drag and drop her to be the background. After applying. And now what I need to do is I need to select her. So I'm going to hit Control-0. I can zoom in a little bit more if I want as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another selection tool. This time I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool. And I'm going to go very carefully